at the harmonic property. In the harmonic property, we have seen the polar and Cartesian forms of the harmonic theorem. So where the both real and imaginary parts of an analytic functions are harmonic. So that we have seen in the previous class. So today we are going to discuss the next property of the analytic function, that is orthogonal property. So orthogonal property states that here also there is a theorem. If f of z equal to u plus iv is analytic, if f of z equal to u plus iv is analytic, then the family of a curves, u of x comma y equal to some constant c1, v of x comma y equal to c2, where c1 and c2 being a constants, intersect each other orthogonally. So that is the statement of the theorem. If f of z is an analytic function, then the family of the curves u of x comma y equal to c1, v of x comma y equal to c2, where both c1 and c2 being the constants, these two curves intersect each other orthogonally. That we have to prove now. So come to the proof of the theorem. So this proof of the theorem states that, so we already studied in your PU level and also in your first semester, angle between the curves and what is the condition for the orthogonality. So that we have already seen in your previous years. So now I am taking just a recalling of that topic, that is, we already know that the two curves intersect each other orthogonally. The two curves intersect each other orthogonally if the tangents at the point of intersection, the tangents at the point of intersection are at right angles, and also we know that dy by dx represents a slope of the tangent. Dy by dx represents the slope of the tangent. And also we know the condition for perpendicularity of two lines is that the product of their slopes must be equal to -1. I am just recalling this topic, that is m1 into m2 equal to -1. Condition of the perpendicularity, how see that if the two curves intersect each other orthogonally, the tangent to this slope at this point and the tangent to this slope we have drawn the tangent to this point and also tangent to this point. If the two curves intersect, then you have to draw the tangent for this slope this curve, and also tangent to this curve, and angle between the tangents, and the tangents also intersect each other orthogonally. The tangents at the point of intersection are right angles. If these two, the angle between these two tangent, if it is right angle, that is the condition of the orthogonality. That topic you have already studied in your previous sessions, I mean previous years, in a PU level and also in your first semester. So these conditions will be by using these basic conditions of the perpendicularity and also the conditions of the orthogonality. We are going to prove that the slope of these two curves u and v must be equal, product of those curves must be equal to -1. That we have to prove. That is the orthogonality condition. By using this basic, I am going to prove now the theorem, that is, consider u of x comma y equal to c1 and differentiating this with respect to x, and I am going to treating y as a function of x. First we have to differentiate u with respect to x, and I am going to treat y as a function of x here. So what is the dy by dx? So to differentiate this one, I am going to take the derivative of u with respect to x and derivative of u with respect to y, and also we know that y is a function of x, so dy by dx equal to 0, or else you can write it as dy by dx equal to minus dou u by dou x divided by dou u by dou y. That is your slope 1, that is you can call m1. So dy by dx equal to minus dou u by dou x divided by dou u by dou y. Similarly, I am going to take v of x comma y equal to c2 and differentiating with respect to x and also treating a y as a function of x. We are get dy by dx equal to minus dou v by dou x divided by dou v by dou y. Call this one as a slope m2. So now we know that these two are the m1 and m2, and I am going to prove that m1 into m2 equal to -1. So I am going to consider m1 and m2. m1 into m2 is equal to, here we know that the m1 dou u by dou x divided by dou u by dou y into m2 equal to dou v by dou x divided by dou v by dou y. And we have already know that if f is an analytic function, then those will be called, we know that already, f of z equal to u plus iv. In the statement of the theorem only we have considered f of z equal to u plus iv is a analytic. We have considered that f of z equal to u plus iv is a analytic. If f of z equal to u plus iv is a analytic, then it hence it satisfies the Cauchy's equations. Hence we have Cauchy-Riemann equation. So what is the Cauchy-Riemann equation states? Cauchy-Riemann equations have a dou u by dou x equal to dou v by dou y and dou v by dou x equal to minus dou u by dou y. Using these Cauchy's equation, in this equation m1 into m2, we get, we have considered f of z is analytic. So if f of z is analytic, we have a Cauchy's equation dou u by dou x equal to dou u by dou x equal to dou v by dou y and dou v by dou x equal to minus dou u by dou y. So call this one as equation 1 Using these in 1, we get m1 into m2 equal to dou u by dou x equal to dou v by dou y into dou v by dou x equal to minus dou u by dou y divided by dou u by dou y into dou v by dou y. Cancel the terms here. This one cancelled. This term cancelled. Remaining is minus 1. So m1 into m2 equal to minus 1. Hence the curves intersect each other orthogonally. Hence the curves intersect. Hence the curves intersect orthogonally. Hence curves intersect orthogonally. Here the statement state that if f of z is analytic, then the family of the curves being intersect each other orthogonally. We consider the property that we have, means basic thing of the curves, that is, we know that if the two curves intersect each other orthogonally, if the tangents at the point of intersections must be right angles, means the tangent angle between the tangents must be 90. Then the dy by dx represents the slopes of the tangent. Then the condition of the perpendicularity of the two lines is their product of slope must be equal to minus 1. Means this one is, means if suppose these two are the tangents, the angle between those tangents must be 90 degree. That is condition of the orthogonality. And also we know the condition, if the two lines intersect each other, then their product of slopes must be minus 1. Using this condition, and this condition is your PU level condition, that is in your first PU, and orthogonality condition also you have studied in your first semester. So using these basic things, I am going to prove the theorem, that is, if u of x comma y equal to c1 is your curve, take a differentiation of the curve with respect to x, treating a y as a function of x, we get the dy by dx equal to minus dou u by dou x divided by dou u by dou y. Call that as equation 1, or sorry, call that as a m1. Now similarly, v of x comma y equal to c2, take the derivative of the curve with respect to x, treating y as a function of x, we get the dy by dx equal to minus dou v by dou x divided by dou v by dou y. Call that as m2. Now we have to check out this m1 into m2 equal to minus 1. So m1 into m2 equal to, substitute the values here, call this one as equation 1. We have already stated that f of z is a analytic. If f of z is analytic, then it satisfies the Cauchy-Riemann equations. So our Cauchy-Riemann equations are dou u by dou x equal to dou v by dou y, and dou v by dou x equal to minus dou u by dou y. Substitute these values here, means substitute these values in equation 1. We get m1 into m2 equal to dou v by dou y into minus dou u by dou y divided by dou u by dou y into dou v by dou y. Cancel the terms, we get a minus 1. Hence the curves intersect each other orthogonally. So that is the proof of the theorem. But here this proof of the theorem, whatever we have, if the f is analytic, then it should be intersect each other orthogonally. But converse of the theorem is not a true. Converse of this theorem, converse of this theorem is not a true. So I am going to prove now with the example. This converse of this theorem is not a true. So I am taking an example here. Let's consider the curve u equal to x square by y and v equal to x square plus 2y square. Consider these two theorems here. So converse of the theorem means if the curves intersect each other orthogonally, then it is not a analytic. Not a analytic means not satisfies the CR equations. So in m1 into m2 equal to minus 1, but CR equations are not satisfied. That is the converse of the theorem. So I am going to differentiate with respect to x and treating a y as a function of x now. So u equal to x square by y. So consider x square by y equal to c1, x square plus 2y square equal to c2. Consider the curves. Now differentiating with respect to x, treating a y as a function. Differentiate with respect to x, treating y as a function of x. So x square by y, this is also function of x, means u by v. U by v equal to v into derivative of u minus u into derivative of v divided by v square equal to derivative of c1 is 0. Send this term on to the right side. 2xy minus x square into dy by dx equal to 0. So that dy by dx equal to 2xy divided by x square equal to 2y divided by x. Come to this curve now. Derivative of this term with respect to x, treating y as a function of x again. Derivative of x square is 2x. Derivative of 2y square is 4y into dy by dx. Derivative of c2 is 0. So now 4y into dy by dx equal to minus 2x. Dy by dx equal to minus 2x divided by 4y, that is minus x divided by 2y. Consider this one as a m1. Consider this one as m2. Now m1 into m2 equal to 2y divided by x into minus x divided by 2y. X cancelled, 2y cancelled, minus 1. So m1 into m2 equal to minus 1. Means condition of orthogonality is satisfied. But the condition of the Cauchy-Riemann equations, that is condition of the analytic function, is not satisfied here. So I am going to prove it now. So your curve is x square by u equal to x square by y, v equal to x square plus 2y square. So I am going to consider dou u by dou x equal to 2x divided by y. Dou v by dou x equal to 2x. Dou u by dou x equal to, next, dou u by dou y equal to, x square is a constant, keep as it is. Derivative of 1 by y is minus 1 by y square. Now dou v by dou y equal to 4y. So we have the Cauchy's equation, that is dou u by dou x must be equal to dou v by dou y. Is they are equal? Not equal. Similarly, dou v by dou x must be equal to minus of dou u by dou y. Is they are equal? No, not at all. Therefore, CR equations not satisfied, or condition of the CR equations not satisfied. CR equations are not satisfied. So we proved this theorem for the Cartesian form. Now I am going to prove the same, the condition of the orthogonality also in the polar form now. Means the result can also be established in the polar family of the curves. So here the curves we have taken here. The curves will be taken in terms of the Cartesian form. Now I am going to take the curves in terms of polar form to prove this theorem now. This result can also be established for the result can also be established for polar curves. So this result can also be established in the polar family of a curves. So consider if r equal to f of theta. I am going to first taking the basic things for the family of the condition of the orthogonality now. If r equal to f of theta, we know that tan xi equal to r into d theta divided by dr, where xi being the angle between the radius vector and the tangent. Xi being the angle between the radius vector and tangent. All these topics I am going to explain now. Those are all your first semester and PU level topics. If r equal to f of theta, tan xi equal to r into d theta by dr, where xi be the angle between the radius vector and tangent. The angle between the radius vector means angle between the tangents as a point of intersection of the curves, means angle between the tangents. The angle between the tangents at the point of intersection of the curves is xi1 minus xi2, and condition of the orthogonality is tan xi1 into tan xi2 is equals to minus 1 is the condition of for the orthogonality. Is the condition for orthogonality. So this topic you have studied in your first semesters. So using this condition of the orthogonality, I am going to prove out that the result is true for also for the polar family of the curves. So I am going to consider a curve in terms of polar family u of r comma theta equal to c1. So differentiate this with respect to theta. Differentiating with respect to theta, treating r as a function of theta. So that is dou u by dou r into dr by d theta plus dou u by dou theta equal to 0. That is dr by d theta equal to minus dou u by dou r divided by dou u by dou theta. Here dou u by dou r simply you can write it as ur. Dou u by dou theta we can simply write as u theta. So minus ur divided by u theta. And we already know that the tan xi1 equal to r into d theta divided by dr. So keep r as it is. D theta by dr is equal to means reciprocal of dr by d theta. Reciprocal means take a reciprocal of this term minus u theta divided by ur. That is minus dou u by dou theta divided by dou u by dou r, u theta divided by ur. Here the dr by theta, send this term on to RHS first, minus dou u by dou theta, and then send this term to RHS. So that is minus dou u by dou theta divided by dou u by dou r. So dou u by dou theta can be represented u theta. Dou u by dou r can be represented in ur. So that r into d theta by dr equal to minus r into ur by u theta. So that is minus r into ur divided by u theta. That is your tan xi1. Now I'm similarly now I'm going to consider curve v of r comma theta equal to c2. Now I'm going to find, means differentiating with respect to theta, treating r as a function of theta. Now we get dr by d theta equal to minus dou v by dou theta divided by dou v by dou r. That is minus v theta divided by vr. So that tan xi2 equal to r into d theta by dr. That is r into minus v theta divided by vr divided by v theta. That is minus r into vr divided by v theta. Now I am going to check the condition of the orthogonality. That is tan xi1 into tan xi2 equals to minus r into ur divided by u theta into minus r into vr divided by v theta. Minus into minus plus. I will keep there as it is first. That is r into ur, r into vr divided by u theta into v theta. So now here we have taken f of z is in the form of u plus iv, means f of z is analytic. If f of z is the analytic, we already, as I already said, that if f of z is analytic, then the condition of the CR equations, using the CR equations, means conditions of the CR equations in polar form. So CR equations in the polar form is r into dou u by dou r equal to dou v by dou theta, r into dou v by dou r equal to minus dou u by dou theta. Those can also be written in the form r into ur equal to v theta, r into vr equal to minus u theta. Means I am just replacing dou u by dou r in the ur, dou v by dou theta as a v theta, dou v by dou r is a vr, minus as it is dou u by dou theta equal to u theta. Using these CR equations, because we have already stated the statement that f of z is analytic. If f of z is already analytic, then it compulsory satisfies the CR equations. If these CR equations are satisfied, you can use these equations in this equation. So I am going to use this equation here now. So use these CR equations in this equation. So tan xi1 into tan xi2 is equal to r into ur equal to v theta into r into vr equal to minus u theta divided by u theta into v theta. Now cancel the terms. U theta cancelled, v theta cancelled, minus 1. So therefore tan xi1 into tan xi2 equal to minus 1. So thus the polar curves, thus for the polar family of a curves u of r comma theta equal to c1 and v of r comma theta equal to c2 intersect each other orthogonally. So that we have proved. So we have just proved the theorem of the orthogonal property in terms of polar curve using the if the angle between the radius vector and the tangent is xi, then the tan xi equal to r into d theta by dr. The angle between the two tangents intersect of the curves will be xi1 minus xi2. If the curves are orthogonal, condition of the orthogonality of the curves will be tan xi1 into tan xi2 equal to minus 1. That we have to prove. So here we are considering the curve, that is u of r comma theta equal to c1, differentiate with respect to r, differentiate with respect to theta, treating r as a function of theta now, so that we get a dr by d theta equal to minus u theta by ur. We already know that tan psi1 equal to r into d theta by dr. Substitute the, here already it is dr by d theta, take a reciprocal, that is minus ur by u theta. So now similarly we have to take a v of r comma theta equal to c2, differentiate with respect to theta, we get a dr by d theta equal to minus v theta divided by vr. So we know that tan psi2 equal to r into d theta by dr. Substitute again the dr by d theta. So we get minus r into vr by v theta. Substitute these values in this the equation, tan psi1 into tan psi2 equal to minus 1. Take a LHS, so that tan psi1 into tan psi2 equal to minus r into ur by u theta into minus r vr by v theta. Minus into minus plus r into ur into r into vr divided by u theta into v theta. We have already said that f of z is analytic. If f of z is analytic, CR equations will be satisfied. The CR equations of the polar form will be r into ur equal to v theta, r into vr equal to minus u theta. Using these values in this equation, we get v theta into minus u theta divided by u theta into v theta. Cancel the terms, we get the minus 1. So thus the polar family of a curves will intersect each other orthogonally.